Hello everybody and welcome to Dante's Game Room. Today I'm going to be doing a live video review of some oil pastels. These are the Pentel Arts. Um, come with 50 oil pastels, 49 different colors. I think it's because they probably give you two whites or something. Let's see. Yep, they give you two whites. So the first thing I always hear about these things when yeah, they definitely do have some type of strong, like oil, like gasoline chemical. That's always the first thing I hear when anybody ever opens these and to review them. Now, I have used these before, like 35 years ago. In fact, these were the pastels I first used and the only ones I used. Back when I used as a kid or whatever. So I'm going to be trying them out after 35 years, see how they do comparatively. This is a bargain brand. I got 50 oil pastels for about $9.50 some cents. So I'm going to go with this color, go with this color, shoot, maybe even this color instead. Yeah, let's go with that color, and let's go with this color, and a black. I'll pull the colors I'm going to use out first. And what am I going to use for my little son? I wonder where my stickers always run off to, especially when I need them. Okay, well that's strange. It's really strange. Huh. 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 I wonder where my stickers went. I use stickers and I can't find my stickers. Huh. That's an inconvenience. Now I'm on camera looking for some stickers. Some stickers I'm not gonna find probably because one of the little kitties they ran off with my stickers. Okay. I found me some little stickers. Found me some stickers. Okay. So I'll start off with the black. I don't know how this stuff is gonna blend or spread. And they don't feel too creamy. So they're probably not gonna spread too well for me. Something I'm gonna have to keep in mind as I color the thing, that probably gonna have to lay down a little bit more than normal I would. But we'll see after I get all the colors down. And I'll have a better idea where to place my sun once I get down a little bit further. Not really the orange I expected that to be. But it is what it is. And this is just a drawing to review how these oil pastels work for me. I do not like them. They're hard. They're not creamy. I don't think they're going to blend very well. And they don't have the thick opaqueness that I usually like in my oil pastels. So these aren't going to get a very high review from me, honestly. I don't like the way they feel. They're smaller. But until I actually finish the actual picture and how it's going to look, I'm really not going to know. But I have my assumptions based on how they're behaving right now in my hands. So let's see what they do. Yeah, see, they're gonna get lighter as I blend, and that is not what I want. I want them to stay the saturated color. I want the pigment to stay the same. I don't want to have to go back in and re-darken everything. And that smell, wow, they really were. I was assuming that the people were just, you know, uh, being over. Yeah, see, this is not blendable at all. So these might be fine for like, you can see how the actual oil pastel is actually staying there and it's not blending at all. It's not spreading. Um, so these aren't gonna really be the pastels for any artist to use for any reason. I wouldn't even recommend these for children because of the smell. It's going to be overwhelming, and you can kind of see how everything's going. Yeah, see. It's just not gonna blend at all. It's lighter. Lighter. Now, if these are behaved like proper oil pastels, the picture I'm making would look like this. Okay, this is what real oil pastels act like and behave like. These don't really, like I said, if I was to put them on my 10-point rating scale, these would probably get a 2. And the reason they would get a 2 is because first they get a 1 because they actually mark on the paper, and they get a 2 because they have 50 different colors. However, these do not behave like traditional pastels, oil pastels, whatsoever. They don't blend, they don't spread, they don't do anything that I want my traditional oil pastels to do. And I'm actually adding more onto here to show you. Look, that's how they. And yes, I actually do want that black and those ripples in my thing. Normally, that would give it some texture, but there is no texture when you get to this cheap of a product. This is not good. I guess I'll do a tree. Like I said, I can't really say anything positive about these pastels other than Black Bean CMS was right, and they are a complete waste of your time and money because they are no good. And when I was 30 years ago when I used them, the way I actually used them was not as a traditional pastel. What I would do is close my eyes and scribble on a piece of paper with a color and like make these loops. Here, I'll show you real quick what I used to do. I would take a pastel and I would just close my eyes and I would just go like that, and then I would take another color and fill in here. I fill in like here, like here. And the best way I can describe it would be like bubble universes, like, you know, and like in theory or something like that. I was trying to, I don't know if that's, you know, that's what it looked like to me, was like creating like a, you know, the multiple dimension universe folded in on itself repeatedly, and just a cool abstract image. And they work fine for this. And, you know, there's no, I guess a kid could do this, but I don't think you want your kids around the smell. I really don't. Uh, they are not joking when they say it does smell like some type of oil. And thing with art supplies, a lot of people don't realize you do have to be careful about what's inside of them, because to be honest with you, there is dangerous, hazardous materials, you know, like asbestos and all kinds of other stuff you'd never imagine are in art supplies. And not everybody's aware of the dangers of just using art supplies. But yeah, there's in fact dangers to using art supplies when you don't know what's inside of it. And that's just something I just recently learned. And I've been an artist for 40 years. I had no idea that there was products out there that the government knew for a fact had harmful chemicals in there, but it doesn't matter. That's the supply itself. There's no other way to make certain supplies. Um, and this would be a good time to like practice like color theory and like what colors belong with each other and which ones don't. I'm not doing that right now. I didn't start off doing that, but you know, complementary colors, you know, that go together, that would be a cool time to use this kind of color theory stuff. But that's what I used to do with these pastels. And if you're doing like abstract stuff like that, that's fine, you know, but that's not, you know, a sellable art piece that I'm going to be, that's something for stress release. And so as a professional artist, when I peel away this tape and I see what has been left behind on this awful now smelling piece of cardstock, because that's what I'm using here. This is Pin Gear cardstock, because I test out all my pastels on the same medium, so that, you know, it's not a change of medium. They all get tested on the same stuff. But and of course there's no life fastness rating on $9 pastels or anything, but that's the final art piece. And as you can see, if it was quality pastels, it would look more like this. But as you can see, it's not even blendable. The stuff doesn't even smear correctly, and that's just kind of, you know, it's mostly binder, I guess. And these would be some pastels for you to avoid. So out of a 10-point star system, these only receive a 2. And the reason they get a 2 is because, first of all, they actually mark on the paper, and second of all, there's 50 colors to choose from. Those are the only reason. It's not the quality of the pigment or anything like that. If they had anything better going for them, I would have given them a higher score. But 2 is literally the only thing I can give them, because they mark on the paper and there's 50 different colors. Now, that is the lowest rating I've ever given any art supply on this channel, so keep in mind, you have to do pretty bad to get a 2. So until next time, Dante's Game Room out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.